Hi everyone. Whenever I see articles like this taking a transformative approach to AI, I get really excited because I keep thinking about all the possibilities of how AI can help us in a classroom setting in the education field is just phenomenal. So, here, the idea behind this article is Mr. Tony Frontier. What he says is we can just use AI for helping us out in our daily productivity, improving our efficiency, just make it transactional, or have a transformative approach where you are elevating to the next level of using AI and leveraging it for yourself as a teacher, as an educator, as well as helping your students thrive. So, what does he mean? And with clear cut examples, with his upcoming book, he has a very good post here. Let me just show you some of the highlights. So he is writing in this book five levers to improve learning, how to prioritize powerful results in your school. So in this book, he's asking leaders in the education field to think about these three questions and try to answer them so that they understand where they stand in this whole AI disruption that is going to be inevitable in our classrooms. So what has changed? What is the magnitude of the change? And given the magnitude of the change, how will you respond and adapt and align yourself with how things are evolving in the tech space in this educational field? So let us see what he says. It's a fascinating read. We have for years known about Alexas, Googles, Series. All of these have been taking our input. They understand when Google is being asked, hey, how do I make macaroni? And the minute I start typing this, it will just give me cheese at the end, right? It already knows what I'm thinking. Again, if you ask Alexa, hey, how is the weather today or tomorrow? It's already giving you all the answers. It understands the way we are speaking, and sometimes it's crazy how we are thinking. So Netflix has this thing where it's suggesting what you will like next, right? So how do they all do that? So what has been possible over the past few years has led up to this moment where we are seeing this exponential rise in the way we are seeing the benefits of AI in the world. At the most basic, a search function is using lookup and fetch approach to give us the results that we want. So what it has been trained in is machine learning so that it can use all the algorithms to sort and filter through the data even more efficiently. So that is how it is getting better and better and better in understanding what we want. So this was machine learning. Now what has happened is Chat GPT, the thing that took us by storm in 2023, uses deep learning. Deep learning is also a subset of AI. But look at the difference. It detects patterns across thousands of layers of if-then scenarios. Okay, so it is also a subset, but it is slightly advanced than machine learning because it is now focused on pattern recognition because it has so much of knowledge behind it. It scans through tons and tons of data to get to where it is to provide that answer for you. Again, one of the deep learning model is called LLM, large language models. This is what is used to train AI to recognize and predict patterns in language. Okay, so with all these exponential changes in the world, how can we use it to have a transformative effect on our lives? Write a short, persuasive essay that provides three reasons to use fewer disposable products using the words renewable, non renewable, biodegradable, and organic. Look at how specific our Google search can be, especially with apps like ChatGPT. And again, look at what they're doing. They're also tweaking it. Write this at the fifth grade reading level by a student who loves swimming. So act as if we are telling AI, act as if you are a fifth grade swimmer who loves swimming and who is also thinking about how to save the planet. Again, using all these words renewable, non renewable, biodegradable, organic. It is so specific now, and it is possible that ChatGPT can give us a tailored essay based on whatever we are asking it for. That is the beauty here. So let us look at this. The magnitude of change, what has happened. Status quo management, what we were doing earlier is whatever knowledge we have, we would just use the resources. What is the news today? What is the score in the football match? We used to use AI and the internet for our advantage with all the information that we know as of now. Right? All the new tools, somebody says something, hey, pick up WhatsApp, download it, start using it. All the most basic stuff to stay connected, to stay relevant, and all those things. Transactional, again, banking has moved online. We start understanding more complex apps in our daily life. If we want to, cash is almost, now I haven't touched cash in a while because I just don't even see the need for it. If I have to send money to my son, I'm just Venmoing him something. If I have to pay my friend who has paid for my dinner, I just have to sell her or whatever. So there are all these things that we have been doing. Transformation happens when you apply new ways of thinking and different strategies in using new tools to maintain or improve results and create new pathways or products. That is when things get transformational. So, this is the kind of sea change that we will see in how we are approaching. As you just saw, the prompt, how we have changed it, so specific and so tailored. What happens when we do all these things? How do they affect the classroom? Let us look at it. The first thing that happens is you create opportunities for content to be accessible to each student. So let us say in your classroom, you have children with differential learning skills. What do? You say, hey, tailor this to the student to meet his individual reading level. So in the fifth grade, some child is still reading at third grade level. You simplify the essay that ChatGPT has just delivered to you. You just give it to him so that he can come up to speed with the concepts that you're teaching in class. The second thing is you're meeting the learner where he is. That means you give the child an assignment and then ask the child to go ask ChatGPT to review the essay. So the AI tool can then coach the learner to address specific misconceptions, provide a short passage of clarifying text, create a quiz, and provide instant feedback. So that the child is also now empowered to use the tool for their advantage. ChatGPT or whatever is used in your school district. Basically, the point is engaging them to be a part of their own growth process. Oh, I thought that the topic that you have been teaching me was this, and this. Now I see, based on what the AI gave me as feedback, that all my learning is not correct. Whatever I've learned or understood is not exactly up to the mark. And that is how AI can give them instant feedback about what they are doing. Again, create specific exemplars and non-exemplars. When prompted effectively with well-designed success criteria from rubrics, again, this can be as specific of a rubric of a question it can be to ChatGPT, so that what happens is when the result is being thrown back at the student, AI can be as specific with the examples that the child is seeking. So that is how it can be transformative in a classroom. So we have talked about a lot of these topics again extensively. I'm going to put up a few links here. you know this is one of them. How to use AI in education for teachers and students. This is a two-part series. You can check it out. How can generative AI like ChatGPT help us in education? This was a great article I reviewed. Again, what are the different student use cases for AI? How can the students use AI in the classroom for their advantage? Okay, we keep hearing about a lot of ethical issues when it comes to student integrity and academic integrity. But that doesn't have to be the case. Children might be using it for homework help, but we can help explain to them that there is so much more than just cheating for a few words for an essay or something like that. And of course, there are fabulous tools and resources in AI for teachers and students. So check these out. And thank you so much. Bye.